Hutch and his family are back, and this time they're going on vacation, but of course it's anything but relaxing. Here's my spoiler-free review of Nobody 2. When I saw the trailer for the first Nobody, I was kind of apprehensive to it all. I mean, it's Bob Odenkirk. All I could see was Saul Goodman from Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, and I just couldn't see him as an action hero, you know, doing the same stuff that Keanu Reeves was doing over at John Wick. But when I saw the movie, when I finally saw Nobody, I understood what they were doing and I was all in on it. The action was great, the comedy was good, the story was pretty good. I mean, it was good enough, and it delivered something that was memorable, it was fun, and something that I was looking forward to if it got a franchise, and it finally is getting a franchise with Nobody 2. This time, Hutch and his family are going on vacation because the dude's working. The dude's working overtime with all the stuff that he's doing. So he needs to reconnect with his family. So he goes back to the only place that he went to as a kid on vacation. So it's not what he remembers, and of course, trouble is always right behind him. Now the story isn't anything great. Straight up, it's nothing that's gonna wow you, but it does enough here to keep it from being just the mindless action movie that you've seen 1,000 times before. And a lot of it is due to the family dynamic. Bob Odenkirk being the dad, Hutch, what he'll do for his kids, his wife, his family, and then you have all the other supporting characters like Christopher Lloyd, you have RZA. It's just a lot of fun with what they do in this. There are times, and we'll get to this later on, that it doesn't work, but for the majority of the movie, it's a lot of fun because of these characters. And going back to the action real quick, this movie just amplifies what made the first one so well with the action, because a lot of these action movies, they're very over the top and very dramatic and very unbelievable, where this one leans really hard into what made John Wick so great. The realism, the stylized stuff that they do, but still leaning very heavily into the realism of everything. There's one sequence in this movie where it's a one shot, it's in a warehouse, and just the things that you see and how it all plays out is so satisfying, it's so cool, you cannot look away, you have a giant smile on your face because of how creative they get. The action in this movie is something that no one can deny is done great. And that's something that you really want when you set out to make an action movie. So they nailed what they set out to do. Now the thing that really kind of dragged me out of this movie was kind of towards the back half is where it's really prominent, the dialogue. How the villains, more specifically the villains, are written, unbelievable. There's a couple villains in this movie. There's the main villain, but then there's also, you know, the henchmen and just other people. They are written so bad with the things that they have to say that it really brings down their performance as a whole, right? I know that when you see them, you're gonna know who these people are. They're great actors, right? I've seen them in other things, and there's nothing that they've done in the past that really irks me and kind of took me out of the movie. There are so many times watching Nobody 2 where the villains are the primary reason, where I'm just sitting there like, man, this is bringing it down for me, and it's because of the writing. They're gonna say things to Hutch, really whenever there's any confrontation, that no one would really say to another person. It just doesn't feel right. It made him feel so cartoonish, and it, like I said, as you can tell with what I'm saying, it really brought the movie down for me, and it's really unfortunate because at that point, really kind of in between those moments, the movie really drew me in, but then every time the villain pops up and says some dumb stuff, really brought me out of it. And a special shout out to that final act, the big finale. I'm not gonna go into too much detail because it's a lot of fun and I want you to see it for yourself. But if you're a fan of Home Alone, they made this for you. They have so much fun with the setting, what they do with the setting, and how creative they get. And that's another thing with this movie. It's very creative with the action sequences and what they do. And this final confrontation is exactly what you'd expect and also not expect. So Nobody 2 is a lot of fun. It doubled down on what I loved most about the first one, which is the action. They get really creative with this one. And it did feel like a natural progression for the story, for Hutch, what his family's doing. And it just felt like the right move to put them on vacation here. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot more fun than the first one, largely due to the setting of them being on vacation. But unfortunately, because of the writing and the way that they just keep hitting you with those one-liners and these villains, and it really did bring the movie down. But at the end of the day, it's a lot of fun, and if you enjoyed the first one, if you love action movies, if you like Bob Odenkirk, whatever it may be, there's a lot in this to be excited about and to love. Like seriously, if they keep going the way that they're going, even with the bad villains, the bad dialogue, if they keep what makes this franchise so good, the action, Hutch, his family, and just really keep getting creative with it, I'm there. I want to see a third one. Make it happen. And if you need a refresher on the first movie, look no further. Check out this video right here. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.